Hey, welcome everyone to the first episode of Tabletop Animators. All three of us are animation artists who create crowdfunding campaign videos for tabletop gaming. And since we love talking about the craft behind them with each other, we thought maybe other people would find it interesting and hopefully entertaining as well.
In each episode, we hope to take a look at some of the latest crowdfunding campaign videos, what have caught our attention, discuss topics about what we love about them, maybe talk a little bit about what could be done better, and then how successful they were in bringing us into the world of the game and how it plays.
We may bring up some old favorites, take suggestions from our viewers, or maybe even look at our own work and give you some behind-the-scenes look at the process. We hope to provide an entertaining platform to discuss the best tabletop crowdfunding videos out there.
So let's start by introducing ourselves. George, how about you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, your work, and maybe the latest games you've been doing for work.
Hey guys, well, firstly, I'm so excited that three of us can be here together. When I started this, my background is a filmmaker, so I'm behind Oniro. I do animation videos and live action videos for the board game industry, and I'm really blessed and excited to be working with so many publishers and wonderful games.
Hi, I'm Ori. I'm head of Kagan Productions. Also do mainly animation, Kickstarter videos, and anything board game related. And I'm based from Israel. And yeah, very, very happy to be here.
Awesome. I'm David, and I live in the Toronto area in Canada. And I've been an animation professional for 16 years now, working in television and film. A few years ago, I got into game design, and I designed a game called Fossilis, which got put out earlier this year. Yeah, everybody's got it. I've got it here. Yeah, there. Through that, I ended up creating Mesa Game Lab and helping other people to bring their videos to life as well. So it's cool. I kind of melded my hobby with my my professional work, and it's been a lot of fun.
Your guys' work is amazing. So when I started, I looked around and see who else is doing this kind of thing. So fast forward, a year and a half later, and here we are. I'm so excited about the show.
Yeah, I mean, the three of us have been talking privately for quite a while, and we've been wanting to get together and thinking about the show, to kind of give people, like I said, behind the scenes or just a glimpse at and some information on what we do and how important the videos are. So I think a lot of people talk about the Kickstarter pages and the whole campaign as a whole. We thought it'd be cool to focus on the videos themselves.
Yeah, not many people that go over Kickstarters look at the video, and that's always disappointing, where they scroll down, they look, and they just skim over the video completely. And I'm like, that's the best part.
So
we might be a little biased, but I'm also crushed every time. Like, oh.
Crushed about what?
That they, when it's a video that I've actually worked on, and I'm looking at those reviews, and I'm like, oh, they didn't talk about the video.
Yeah, exactly, right. You want to hear. You want to get that little that piece of info. Like, ooh, they like it.
And all the clients I talk to and I say that we're all friends, and we actually help each other out, and we critique each other's work behind the scenes and stuff. They're all very surprised, but that's one of the things I love about this industry. Everyone's just super helpful to each other. And then, super kind. So, and this is a really good example of, the three of us, technically competitors, being able to come together and do this kind of thing. So we hope everyone enjoys it. So who's going to start us off?
I guess. Yeah, go ahead. We can start with the one you picked.
So, this is a video I stumbled on yesterday. I stumbled on 2 days ago in the big explosion of May 25th. There were so many campaigns, so many cool videos. But one that really stood up to me, because one of the things that's really important for me with my videos is energy. High energy, keep the energy up, make it exciting, just to keep, because the whole thing, board games are fun and they're exciting, and that's really important to convey that through the video and the feeling. Okay, it's all about emotion. If you can't convey, the videos, Kickstarter videos, aren't meant for information. You're not supposed to show how to play the game. You need to show people how they will feel. And I felt like this video did it really well, especially the second half. So, David, if you want to
Yeah, so we're gonna look at Vengeance Roll and Fight.
Yeah, Vengeance Roll and Fight.
So we'll watch it. Do you guys want to talk about it during, or to pause it and things, or just watch it through and then talk about it?
I think since we're like literally reacting to the videos, we should watch it all the way from beginning to end, and then we can scrub through it.
Sounds good. All right, let's watch it.
He took everything from me. So I took everything from him. But this is bigger than one bad guy. I've cut off one of the monster's heads. But the monster lives. Not for much longer. I'm on a roll. The fight isn't over. I'm just getting started. There is no justice without vengeance.
Ouch.
Vengeance Roll and Fight is a roll and write unlike any other. It's a movie action sequence in a box. Each episode comes with 49 beautifully crafted, custom dice, 4 characters with a unique deck of abilities, along with 8 dens and 4 bosses that combine together to provide endless replayability. Why roll and write when you can roll and fight?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That was good.
So, what do you guys think?
I'm always a sucker when it has, comic book art and look and feel.
Yeah.
And that's, obviously maybe this was obviously created uniquely for this game, like brand new art. I've had the pleasure of working on the Boys campaign based on the original comic book. And it's sometimes not easy because that stuff was not created with layers, so you have to like cut everything out. And then seeing this video, it was really cool to see them thinking in advance probably with the artwork that they were creating, having a little bit of depth here and there and being able to turn on the lights and things.
Yeah, that's huge when an artist makes their stuff in layers because it helps.
David, can you just scroll to those parts?
From the beginning.
Yeah.
We were talking. Yeah, when we were talking about.
This is a good shot. That's a good
great shot.
And then, that would be a good example right there of the parallax effect that you can achieve having those layers and things like that. There's so many Alliance's artists that I've converted to now working in layers because of me. I don't know if they hate me or if they appreciate it.
No, but it saves them money in the end because it saves us time, right? Because I know when it's in layers already, it's ready and you can animate the stuff. But you don't understand if something's not in layers and you want a character to move in front of a background. Once they move, there's no background anymore.
Yeah.
There's no layer. So we as an artist have to repaint that in the same style, and that takes
I
time.
pretended to be an artist.
Yeah, exactly. We're not like
videos.
The funny thing is you mostly find yourself like copying other elements and just duplicating. There's a stamp tool which you just create things over and over.
Yeah, Noah told me the clone tool just saves them with that stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Or what is it? Not the clone tool. What is it? The smart
refill.
Smart
fill. Yeah, I discovered that like about 2 months ago, and it changed my life. It's unbelievable. For those who are unaware, it's basically a fill tool that's powered by AI. You select like a section which you need to fill up, and it would read the entire image and guess what's supposed to be there. And it's magic. It just works like magic. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So yeah, I've had projects where I had sort of abstract backgrounds, which were much easier to fill in because it doesn't matter. And I've had ones, for example, the Terminator video, which had very detailed backgrounds, like even brick walls and stuff like that, which I had to meticulously recreate. So, and that was before I discovered the tool. Would have saved me so much time. But
artists create their art in layers.
Yeah.
If you
lesson of the day.
Cool 2D animation.
And the more layers you have, the more freedom you have to do cool stuff.
And that intro gave me the feeling of like Kill Bill, which was kind of cool.
Mm.
And obviously, it's called
definitely
Vengeance.
the music, the energy.
Totally. Yeah. And the voiceover wasn't, that's one area that I always pay attention to, especially with our videos. I want to make sure the voiceover is, especially if you're trying to portray some kind of character, like the acting has to be there. And this one was, I would say, out of 10, it kind of gave me a 7. There was a moments where I would hope like she would pronounce certain words differently, like to emphasize certain emotions and things like that. But it totally worked. It was still great. If I may jump ahead a bit, maybe I felt it was weird not to have voiceover in the middle section.
I thought so.
Well, I was going to ask about that. What do you think about that decision to have that middle part play out without voiceover?
Because there was no voiceover, and then there was.
And then it came back.
It was a little jarring.
It was jarring. To me, it was a couple of reasons. A lot of times, when you have a voiceover kind of running you through the course of what maybe the game is like, things you're going to do. And like you said, Ori, at the beginning, a Kickstarter video, sometimes there's not enough time, and you don't want to necessarily explain all the rules necessarily in too much detail. You can touch on things that are very important or unique to your game. In this case, without the voiceover kind of guiding you to what you're watching, I felt it was, because even with the voiceover, sometimes you don't really understand fully what the game is like, but at least you see what's happening.
So this is where it started again, right? Right. So
and then to me, not having the voiceover is more confusing because you're trying to follow what the game is supposed to be, but it's like sitting at a table, and the people teaching you the game aren't talking. They're just
that's a good analogy.
Yeah, and to me it just didn't work. Yeah, to me it didn't work.
Okay. I would push back on that a little because I could see what they were going for. And the key word is they wanted to create the feeling of the movie scene. Okay. And that's the feeling you have when you play the game. And I don't know if you mentioned this from the video, but it's a real-time game. It happens in real time. You need to grab your dice and everything just moves really fast. But that act of her going and, like a John Wick style, just taking, or like you said, Kill Bill, taking out everyone in the room, I think that's the feeling they wanted to convey. And for me, it worked, but it could have been improved with better sound design. If you would have had like the actress grunting, screaming, and hearing like the enemies falling down, and this is a very, very basic graphics, but having it filled with amazing sound design, that would have totally sold the scene. You would have felt like you're watching a movie scene just from the top view. Yeah, and then I think you wouldn't have had that feeling.
And actually that was a great comment, Ori, because you could have had like even background walla sound or the room or something to make you think that all of a sudden now you're in the movie or you're in the particular. So you're right, sound design could have easily helped, but it just felt jarring, especially when the voiceover comes back to talk about what's in the game content. It just felt like there were 3 distinct sections that kind of didn't work together. But I mean, I see what they were going for sure. And honestly, I really enjoyed the animations during that part. It was really cool to see. I think we all reacted when
totally. When the guy
got stabbed in the eye. Well, getting someone stabbed in the eye. What did you think about the 3D animation?
I always say, being like just an animator for so long, my eye's always drawn to how things move. And again, we're getting nitpicky, and I'd like to talk about it when we look at Paris, the one I picked as well. But I'm always kind of wondering how much time should I put in it, because I take pride in how the things move. And when I catch my eye, I'm like, does it matter? Do backers really care at how smooth things move, all the little touches I put in, and how things like settle and stuff like that? Should I be spending time on it? So it's like me, as if I was like the animation supervisor on this. Yeah, I definitely work on the camera motion right there. It's pretty kind of janky,
Jarring.
a little jarring, and just to make things smoother. And a lot of times in these videos, things will just like lift up and straight down without any. We always want to talk about rotation and all axes when you try and move objects and things like that. It just makes it more appealing, right, to the eye. But again, like, does it matter in the Kickstarter video?
We need a whole episode on how much time we spend on little details.
Sure.
Oh
Yes.
man.
But yeah, like overall, like the video totally does what you said. It's got great energy. It totally makes me want to look at the page. And I always tell my clients that if my job is to get your backers to keep looking at your page, because that's where they're going to get all their information. That's where they're going to see how to play the game. They're going to get the reviews. So if we're able to do that in the 2 minutes that we have, then I think we've been successful. This one was successful.
I think this is something we should like say at the end of every video viewing. Are you scrolling down?
Yeah.
And that's you don't need a rating. That means it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
So I'm scrolling down. I'm almost backing this because I'm really into the dice and rolling right here. I haven't tried a roll and right yet, and this is pretty close to being backed by me. What do you guys say?
I'm backing this too because roll and writes are really popular with my group, and restrictions are about to get lifted within a month, so we're gonna be back at it. I know.
Yeah.
But I think the theme and drawing me into the world of the game did a really great job, to paint me a picture of what I'm going to expect when I get this game. So yeah, I would scroll down and probably back as well.
David, you scroll down?
Yeah, I'd scroll down. It interested me enough, and I would check out the page, which is the job it did.
Awesome.
All right, so let's move on to George's pick. No, this is not an animated one, so
this isn't an animated one. I know I'm throwing him a little bit of a a wrench in the. But as a filmmaker, I couldn't help appreciate what they did, and then my background too. I used to work in the stock footage world, and we would get footage like this, but this was custom made for this product, and it's dice. How many times have we seen dice on Kickstarter? However, it's two companies coming together. One of them you've probably heard of. I'll have you look at it, and then I'll talk more about it. But to me, the use of cinematography, lighting, and music is what makes this work.
Okay.
And we only have to watch just until the people start talking. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Now you tell me when to stop then. And that's gorgeous.
Wow. Yeah, the first frame is just like
so cinematic. I mean, I'd even question, is that a simulation?
This is unbelievable.
I'm mesmerized.
Unbelievable.
I'm totally mesmerized.
I'm
blown away.
So I've tried to do this kind of cinematography footage, underwater ink stuff, and it's not easy. And the fact that I'll start with this. I want to say the reason I really, really like to show this one is like we talk about drawing people in and emotion. Like I actually get chills watching this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the goosebumps.
There's something magical about board games. Yes, that's why we're all here. There's something magical in each component, and like the dice, right? Like how often have you looked inside a die to feel like there's whatever kind of gamer you are, there's like, to me, it feels like there's a whole other world in there. So this is what this video to me managed to capture in a way. Like it just brought us into the magic and
magic, total magic.
The lighting, the color choices of the ink to match the dice. Like anyway, I can't say enough good words about whoever worked on this video. I immediately want all of these dice.
And you say that.
Yes.
Who worked on this? That's.
Oh yeah, and we haven't even mentioned that last time because I can't find on the page who made it.
A lot of the times people don't mention. It could be part of their team. I know that two companies got together here.
It's not here.
Collaborate,
no
but
like that, and that's what I'll always do too. When I watch a video, I want to see who did it. I want to give props to who did it.
Yeah.
See if it's great. And 9 out of 10 times, there's no information on who did the video. And I honestly think that should.
It's doing pretty well there, I have to say.
Oh, well, yeah. $3 million. I want to order these dice.
5 hours to go. Sorry for our listeners. You probably missed this one, but
yes, my apologies. I had to show it, but I knew there was
definitely worth. They probably have like a late backer option.
Yeah. Awesome.
Jeez, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I want to watch it again. So wait, George, do you know how they do that? How do they get these effects?
Yeah, it is a lot of patience.
I mean, I love
how many frames per second?
Yeah, textures, and it's got to be a super high frame rate that they're shooting.
Yeah, I mean, like the lighting and the water tank and everything, like it, and you have to kind of do it every time with new clean water and just, it's just a crazy amount of work and
so worth it.
Kudos to them. And like I said, it's like finding the right language for whatever you're doing. Could we have done an animation, perhaps 3D for dice? Yes, we could try to make it look as magical, but the way that they chose to go with this, it just served that project, so that's always a good thing. People might come to me sometimes and say, I want one just like this other video you did, and then I learn about the project and I say, actually, what about this? Because it really would help the project more. It fits the world. It fits. I'm sure you guys do that all the time too.
Yeah.
For this case, like I felt live action worked really well for them.
I can go even further and say this wouldn't have worked without live action because that is a product. There's no game. There's no theme or anything. This is the product. We need to see it. We need to feel it. There's, like I said, it's all emotion and it's also it's senses. Okay, you need to feel the thing. That's why we put so much effort into our 3D videos, and do all the textures and stuff like that because we want to give that textile feeling to it and seeing those dice and the shininess and wow,
It did the job. I'm gonna check this out, even though it's 5 minutes. I missed this, and I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I've been using the same dice forever. I mean, you can even see here. I have my
that's a huge
smashed up D20. But I'll look into it definitely.
I've already scrolled down. Well, thanks for checking this one out.
Yeah. But no, it does the job. Like you said, it does the job of scrolling and it does the job of bringing you into the world. And again, and I generally make the first part of our videos like thematic. We don't go right into gameplay. We want to bring people into it. So
and I know we didn't, for the person and the team who worked on the video, I know we didn't honor you by watching the whole video. I wanted to focus on just that intro because of the magic that it had. The rest is people talking about the product and the people behind it. But
honestly, usually I would just like, if an animated video did that, I would tend to just stop watching and then go straight to the page. But after this, I'm like, even though it's 4 minutes and a half, I want to keep watching and seeing what they have to say about it. Because normally a 4-minute video, I'll be like, that's too long. Usually, like the magic is like 2.5 minutes. I think that's
1.5 minutes.
Even 1.5, yeah. But
by the way, if anyone that's watching,
if it just ended there, I would scroll. I would go.
Yeah, definitely. They could have like separated the two videos and have had them on the page itself. By the way, if anyone. Yeah, I just want to say if anyone that is watching this could tell us who made the videos so we could credit them maybe in the comments or the details or something. Also this and also for the Vengeance video, please do.
All right, so let's go on to our last one.
They're so cute, your kids.
You can hear them in the background.
Yeah, but I don't want to say anything negative about it because they're so adorable.
It's fine. So
we're all your father.
Yep. And for you, it's just the morning. For us, it's just the time where they come in back from their school. So okay, we'll try to make it earlier next time. But that's up to you. It's up to you.
That sounds great to me.
George is early. George is in mountain time.
Yeah, I was just kidding because I was like bed hair and like totally like sleepless.
So we're gonna look at Paris. I thought it had some good 3D stuff, and this 2D thing was so great.
Wow.
Welcome to the Paris of the early 1900s. Paris is at the height of its transformation into one of the most beautiful cities in the world. After having successfully organized the World Fair in 1889, topped by the construction of the Eiffel Tower, Paris goes through a period known as La Belle Époque. In Paris, you take on the role of wealthy real estate investors in the French capital. It is your task to purchase some of these magnificent Parisian buildings, to make a profit, and invest in the development and upkeep of some of Paris's most iconic monuments and landmarks. Players start their turn by adding a building to one of the 6 districts. You can gather some investment money in the different banks of the city. Once you have gathered enough funds, start investing in different real estate projects in Paris, allowing to collect bonuses along the way. Bonuses will gain you victory points in all sorts of ways when you choose to activate them. But beware, you will have to choose your bonus tiles wisely to maximize your victory points. Moving back on the bonus track is not an option. Later on in the game, you can upgrade your investments or even invest in some of Paris's most iconic landmarks, earning you extra victory points thanks to the prestige of the location. At the end of the game, the players with the most valuable buildings and landmarks of the district will score even more victory points. But there's more. With the new expansion L'Étoile, you will have an even bigger variety of bonus tiles at your disposal, allowing for a unique setup each time you play the game. L'Étoile also introduces the strategy tiles, which add a whole new dimension to the game. These powerful tiles grant players all sorts of new abilities and create asymmetrical player powers. You can always obtain new strategy tiles by paying a visit to the Arc de Triomphe. In L'Étoile, the Arc de Triomphe truly is the centerpiece of the game. Paris, a game by famous designers Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling, published by Game Brewer.
Cool. How long was that?
About 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
But again, really.
This is the second time they're on Kickstarter, right? And I'm assuming they added the extra bits about the expansion. Am I correct in assuming that? I think I've seen Paris before.
Okay.
The first part of the video, and then I believe they may have added and updated the video with the expansion stuff. Obviously, it does right away a great job transporting me to Paris, and I want to go there again.
Yeah.
I haven't been yet. How's the campaign doing? Can you minimize the video?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's funded.
Oh, it's funded. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I think it did fairly well the first time around, and I'm a big fan of Game Brewer to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I love the they have like a full.
Oh my god, the intro is unbelievable.
That's hand drawn. That's not like After Effects, moving stuff.
Yeah,
that's fully hand drawn, and I'd watch it again because it's so appealing.
Yeah,
it is so good. The character movement, the expressions, everything. All the elements of animation. It just hits them.
Yeah, it's there.
And they know it. That's why they start with it every time.
Yeah. I think again, this one it brings you right in. It's got that nice look and feel. I'd say, if anything, I think it gets too much into gameplay. The board sells itself. Like it has amazing table presence.
Yeah, the table presence and the way they present it while the camera is panning, things are still falling from the sky. And this is an a cliche for us. The board game is falling from the sky.
Yeah.
But it worked here. And I'm going to mute my mic now. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's a cliche I use a lot.
Yeah,
but
same here.
I was gonna say, it's interesting. As a gamer, and this is the kind of I'm gonna be devil's advocate. I think in this case, for this kind of game, I feel like explaining a bit more of the rules maybe is warranted because it feels a little bit heavier, let's say, than Vengeance.
Sure.
And I think people are looking to these games, including myself as a gamer, for unique game mechanics or things that they're going to do in the game. Yeah. I am totally with you about keeping videos shorter and, general rules, general mechanics, but maybe not go into too much detail. But I'm wondering, as a devil's advocate situation here, if it was actually a good thing for this one, this particular one, to draw the right audience, because it's always about audience for me too.
Absolutely.
So the people that Paris is going after, I think, will want to know a bit more about the rules in this case. And of course, it's a little longer because of the extra bits about the expansion.
And I guess I didn't know that it was an expansion. So I guess that does make sense to me because, you want the viewers to see what they've added.
Yeah, so it didn't bother me as much here, to be honest. But yeah, and overall, I feel like like you guys said, the 3D looks really great. It's funny, when it started, I was like, oh, is this from TTS? Or like, it felt like it was a video game, when it starts and the camera kind of starts to zone. So it was really, it kind of threw me off, but obviously it isn't. So do we know who made this one?
No, I think I looked. Let's check. It wasn't at the end of the video. Let's see if it's at the end of here. Oh, there's a team page. So let's see. Puppet Master? Would that be?
That's a cool title.
Yeah. Well, they have an elf scribe, so could be.
It could be Josh McDowell. Josh, if you end up seeing this, and let us know.
I like the thematic of it, but come on, guys, tell me who made the video.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Yeah.
So I wanna agree with George on that point. That I'm not a heavy Euro gamer, so maybe I didn't see it that way. I like the short form, so I don't really register the rules when I watch these videos. I register the feeling. So I agree with what you said.
Maybe Ori has a hard time registering rules because he has screaming kids in the background.
Mine are starting to come down too. There must be a break in school. So I think that means it's time to call.
Awesome.
Okay, so this has been great, guys. They're usually quiet as mice. They just, they saw me recording live. So
this is the first of many, hopefully. And we hope everybody kind of likes what we're doing. And definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new episodes. And give us a like if you can. And I think we're all on socials. And Nick, here's mine right here. He just popped in. Yes, I am. See, the kids, they just love to pop in.
Well, it was so much fun doing this with you guys, and let us know also some feedback. How can we improve, and what kind of information you guys maybe want to hear from us? But for us, it's just fun to look at some more videos for inspiration, and just to see what everyone else is doing. And there's just so many good games these days. So the one thing we can all be happy about.
So where can they find each of us online?
Well, I'm on onirocreative.com. That's our website, but you can look me up. I'm the only Greek with that really long name on Facebook. Happy to connect anywhere.
Awesome. And you can find us at mesagamelab.com, and all the socials are at Mesa Game Lab. Or also,
me too, on kaganproductions.com and Instagram, Facebook. Just search Kagan Productions.
So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll do this again soon.
With some creative editing, I'm sure this will turn out great.
Came here with a pram, and it was inside the pram.